evening. I'm Alexi Intercheck.
And I'm Gabe Evans. You're watching NewsWatch Ole Miss. It's been a lovely day here in Oxford, and I don't know about you, Alexia, but I have been loving the weather outside.
I have too, and it's a perfect weekend for such amazing weather because it's my parents' weekend. My mom's here watching the show today. I'm just so excited, and we have so many exciting events to share with you tonight coming up in Oxford that you can enjoy with this fantastic weather outside.
That's right, and later on a highlight on scholarship organization right here at Ole Miss. You don't want to miss it.
Well, we've obviously both been enjoying this very sunny day. Let's check in with our weather anchor, Seth Parento, to look at our current conditions.
Well, guys, we can't seem to catch a win, although it has been absolutely beautiful out here today. I'm sure we have all noticed the pollen. My car, which is normally red, looks solidly yellow today, but we actually do have some weather coming in that could help get rid of this pollen, so make sure to stay tuned for your full forecast. Back to you at the desk.
Well, it certainly does feel like summer with this beautiful weather. Stores here in Oxford are soaking up every last minute of the springtime.
That's right, because many students here in Oxford, leave Oxford for the summer. Business town in Oxford struggle to maintain sales without the help of students.
NewsWatch reporter Corden Phillips has the full story.
With summer around the corner, Oxford stores are preparing for the slow season. According to Visit Oxford, we see a great increase in the population when students come back. Visit Oxford says that in the fall of 2024, there were 1,180,000 visitors in Oxford, Mississippi. The total economic impact in the fall of 2024 was $325.2 million. The lily pad manager, Camille Kelly, says big game day weekends bring hundreds of people to her store, but summers are very different.
Summer, from what I know, it's very slow. We don't really have a lot of people coming in.
Kelly says the store will have limited hours in the summer and have far less employees, but make up for the loss of revenue by selling their products online.
We kind of try to do more stuff on social media because we do a lot of shipping out stuff.
Catherine Beck, boutique manager Peyton Pitts, says they use social media as a tool to advertise products to boost sales.
Pair is we do a lot of paperwork. We mail out postcards. We do all sorts of marketing things to kind of reach, especially those out-of-state parents of incoming freshmen, to kind of get the word out.
Beck says they utilize this slow time as a time of preparation for the busy school year.
For our store, it's a little bit different than a standard retail store just because since we do specialize in all of our Greek merchandise, summer is the time that we prepare all of our bid day baskets and our rush happies. So typically when your summer months would be a lot slower, ours are actually a lot busier.
If you're in Oxford over the summer, look for the special sales that the stores do and the discounts. Corden Jane Phillips, NewsWatch Ole Miss.
And in honor of Women's History Month, the RV Industry Association and RV Women's Alliance is proud to launch a groundbreaking 4-part leadership panel series. These webinar panels began earlier this month, and the next and final panel will be on the 31st, featuring 3 women who are all leaders in the recreational vehicle industry. For more information, you can visit rvis.org.
Now for a slight change in news, DaBaby is coming to Ole Miss. The chart-topping artist will be doing what he calls a quick college run where he will visit 8 universities during the spring semester.
That's right. He has been nominated for 8 Grammy Awards and is known for his hit songs Rockstar, Surge, and Intro. He will be hosted by the Phi Kappa Psi fraternity on Friday, March 28th. Spring has officially sprung here in the city of Oxford, and the city is gearing up for a busy seating of exciting events. Coming up this weekend on the 29th, the Midtown Spring Fest will kick off at 10 a.m. and conclude at 2 p.m. in the Midtown Oxford venue. There will be several businesses participating, including Chicory Market, Vine Bottle Shop, Jinsei, Johnston Hill Creamery, and so many more. In addition to this, there will be activities for kids and live music. For more information, visit oxfordms.com.
And Ole Miss Athletics is preparing for an opportunity for you to give to the department.
NewsWatch reporter Laura Wynn has more on revenue sharing here at Ole Miss.
Ole Miss Athletics is preparing for revenue sharing, a compensation model that Ole Miss Athletics Foundation officer Wesley Owen says will pay current athletes a percentage of its yearly revenue.
We will be encouraging people to give to Ole Miss Athletics in order to be able to fund rev share.
In May 2024, the NCAA agreed to allow student athletes to be paid by their universities, an agreement that is part of a lawsuit filed in 2020. And Owen says asking donors to give more is a direct effect of the new age of college athletics.
everything's going great right now. Don't get me wrong, the cost of business has just risen so much.
The revenue sharing model is part of this increased cost, as according to ESPN, many U.S. college athletic departments will give $20 million or more to their athletes each year. And Owen says the need to pay this percentage of revenue coupled with athletic department debt is why the foundation exists.
There's multiple reasons that the foundation would step in and be able to fund some of those things that Ole Miss Athletics didn't necessarily able to fund.
According to Owen, Ole Miss donors have traditionally given huge donations to help make Ole Miss athletics more competitive, but Chancellor Glenn Boyce isn't pushing them in this direction only.
I simply lay out a smorgasbord of what's going on at this university and what the needs are, and then they decide where they fit in best with the passion they have for whatever areas.
Though donations from alumni and fans continue to grow, the foundation has worked to create additional revenue opportunities, like charging tent companies to set up in the Grove for tailgating, $25 season ticket price increases, and required donations with parking permits.
We have the capability and we have come up with other revenue streams, again, with keeping in mind that we don't want to overextend our current donors, but we do have other ways that we are bringing in revenue.
The NCAA settlement is set for a final vote on April 7th, but Ole Miss Athletics expects this new model to become reality as early as July 1st. Laurel Wynn, Oxford, Mississippi.
An Ole Miss senior is cycling for a change. Cameron Heranios hopes to raise $20,000 for Journey of Hope, an annual cross-country cycling trip to raise awareness for people with disabilities. The Journey of Hope is hosted each summer by the Ability Experience, which is the national philanthropy of the Pi Kappa Phi fraternity. Heranios has started fundraising early to reach his $20,000 goal by partnering with the Panhellenic sororities here on campus. He vowed to volunteer 1 minute of time to the local community per dollar donated.
We at NewsWatch wish Cameron the best of luck and hope that he is able to reach his goal. Coming up next, we will have a story on one of our residential colleges and its program goals.
That's right, Gabe. We will also have our national news update that you do not want to miss with Erica Dierke. Make sure to stay tuned for that and more on NewsWatch Ole Miss.
The freedom to live in safety. That's an American dream.
NewsWatch is a student-run newscast that goes live every week, Monday through Thursday at 5 o'clock.
NewsWatch is more than just a college team. It is an immersive learning experience. You learn certain skills that help you in your future journalism career.
Rebel Watch is just a cool experience because I want to do something in the sports world. So just to get the chance to do that on a platform like this, it's just a great opportunity.
We are the only live station in the Oxford-Lafayette area, with Tupelo being the closest. We cover all local news.
Gonna be a hot one out there for move-in weekend, Ole Miss. Good luck this year, Rep.
You did it. You're home. I can't wait for you to discover the true meaning of Hotty Toddy. It's a cheer that connects us all to the red and blue. It's the moment that begins when you step on campus and continues long after you turn your tassel. I can't wait for you to discover your legacy and make the world a better place. Are you ready?
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. There are so many ways to get involved here on campus.
Yes, there is. From clubs to Greek life, students have so many opportunities to connect with their Ole Miss community.
NewsWatch reporter Antoine Guyton has the details on a unique student organization called Lucky Day.
One of the goals of the Lucky Day program is to make the transition from community college or high school a lot smoother.
So Lucky Day is best in your first year. So you're living in the dorm, you're living around people who are in the Lucky Day program. Chances are your roommate's going to be a Lucky Day scholar as well. In addition to that, you have the fantastic people, Dr. Bennett, Miss Sonora, who are always there to answer questions, help you out whenever you're in need. That's something that you don't get in a lot of other places on campus.
The Lucky Day Foundation was founded in 1978 by Frank Rogers Day. His goal was to build a community of scholars that would give back to the community and help others.
Lucky Day is special to me because of the amazing students that we have here in our residential college. I have found the students to be so welcoming, so kind, so creative, funny. Another reason why Lucky Day is so special to me is because of the people who work here, from our residential college coordinator, Eric, to all of the Lucky Day Scholar staff, to the people who work in the dining hall, and all of our facilities management folks. Everyone here is really focused on students and making sure that they have the best experience possible. My favorite part of being senior faculty fellow is getting to create events for the students. So getting that creativity of thinking about what sort of events the students would like to come to and what sort of events would help them academically, socially, emotionally, and so forth. So for example, in May, we're having an event May 2nd through 4th called the RC Olympics. This is an event that is focused on health and wellness and bringing together the community around a fun field games event. And I love getting to put together these events and getting students excited about them, and then ultimately students having fun with each other at these events.
Lucky Day is all about bringing out the best in you and growing as a servant leader. I'm Antoine Guyton, NewsWatch Ole Miss.
Well, that's all we have for your local news on campus. We'll have more on local weather and sports later on in the show.
Yes, we will, but for now, let's head over to our NewsWatch reporter, Erica Dierke, for your national news update with The Watch.
New data from Indeed shows a spike in job applications. These spikes were found particularly in white-collar jobs from agencies impacted by President Trump's Department of Government Efficiency, better known as DOGE. This new department was created to cut federal spending and consolidate agencies. This has ushered in an unprecedented wave of layoffs. One expert describes the current labor market as currently stable but a little bit frozen. Businesses have been slower to hire and make decisions, and many believe this is due to uncertainty around Trump's economic agenda. More federal workers are filing for unemployment than under past administrations, even though these layoffs aren't escalating weekly. A group chat on an app named Signal was discovered recently with U.S. officials discussing airstrikes. This event is raising concerns about security risks and accountability with relations to classified military information. Here's what Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt has to say.
Well, we have never denied that this was a mistake, and the National Security Advisor took responsibility for that. And we have said we are making changes. We are looking into the matter to ensure it can never happen again.
The major Democratic fundraising super PAC, Act Blue, is under fire from Republicans and President Trump's allies due to suspicious financial transactions. Along with GOP members wanting information on possible federal campaign finance law violations, there are concerns about possible support for groups engaged in terrorism. Elon Musk has claimed, despite lack of evidence, there are connections between Act Blue and their funders and acts of protest and vandalism against the Tesla company. Officials with Act Blue deny any wrongdoing. Trump recently signed a proclamation imposing a 25% tariff on imported assembled vehicles starting April 3rd and tariffs on parts beginning no later than May 3rd. Many economists say that Americans are in for a hike in car prices due to exorbitant costs on cheap imports. Analysts even predict a rise in price for American-made cars due to the tariffs on parts. Anderson Economic Group claims vehicle production costs in the U.S. could rise by up to $12,000. President Trump is dismissing the potential for higher costs, while the president of the United Auto Workers Union has supported the plan. Well, that's all I have for your national news update. This has been Erica Dierke. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Erica. Well, Seth, it has been crazy outside. I don't know if y'all know, the weather is really nice, but the pollen is taking me out.
I totally agree. As much as I am living for this warm weather, like I'm driving with my roof off my car, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the best day ever. Then I have to put it right back up because the pollen is
I feel like
killing
I'm
me.
inhaling pollen. It's terrible. But thankfully, though the pollen will be sticking around for a bit, as we head into this evening, we are looking at a low of only 59 degrees. So I'm sure you and your mom could have a lovely night out. It'll be perfect weather for that. And we actually do have some rain heading our way, so you make sure to stay tuned for your full forecast.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Elmer loves to giggle. Elmer's mommy taught him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
Because I love you. I want to be your only guy.
Because I love you, skip class with me. Let's stay in bed today.
Because I love you, I just want to be with you so freaking much.
Because I love you.
I waited for you after Chem Lab.
You were walking with Mark?
Because I love you.
You shouldn't be hanging out with that dude.
You should know how dumb that makes me look.
I don't care if she's your lab partner.
Why do you have texts from him?
Because I love you. This number, delete.
Because I love you. This Jason number,
delete.
And Ben,
delete.
Because I love you, I should smash your phone.
I'll let you give me your password instead. Because I love you.
I will check your texts every day.
You got lucky. Because I love you. Because I love you.
You think it's okay?
Because I love you. You understand.
Because I love you, you stop talking to your classmates. And you feel completely alone.
Because I love you. That's not love.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss with Stormwatch. I'm Seth Parento. Well, if we take a look at our current conditions, we can see we have a lovely temperature of 80 degrees here in Oxford with sunny skies and a light breeze of around 6 miles per hour. However, our pollen count is through the roof. I'm sure you're tired of hearing about it, but it's there. We can't ignore it. It is so oppressive. But thankfully, we do have some weather heading our way, and I'll have more on that coming up in just a second. If we take a look at today's highs across the region, as you can see, temperatures are consistent in the lower 80s, actually with Corinth rarely having the regional high of 83 degrees, and Tupelo, again, a very rarity. Tupelo usually has the regional high, but it had the regional low today of only 80 degrees. And as we head into tonight, again, we are looking at a low of only 59 degrees, so honestly, a perfect night out, in my opinion. We do have some clouds rolling in, but that breeze is staying consistent at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And as we head into tomorrow, we are looking at a temperature of 79 degrees with those clouds remaining and that breeze picking up a little bit to around 10 to 25 miles per hour. And that is due, if we take a look at our temperatures tomorrow, as you can see, temperatures will be consistent in the upper 70s, and Tupelo now taking its crown back for a regional high of 80 degrees. Now, taking a look nationally, as you can see, we do have a storm system heading our way. That is what is bringing those clouds and temperature changes. Now, this is going to be developing over the next 24 to 48 hours and will be heading our way into this weekend, unfortunately. And as you can see for our 5-day forecast, that storm will be rolling into Saturday night and into Sunday morning, developing to some potential thunderstorms into Sunday.
I love these summer temperatures. Like, thank goodness, 80-degree days. I'm sitting by the pool. I'm so happy, but I have to admit, the rain is going to be nice to knock out this pollen.
Truly. Like, the pollen count is going to remain high, so we might still be rebounding afterwards.
Okay.
But the rain will at least provide us with some relief for the weekend. Those allergy meds can go back in the medicine cabinet.
Thank goodness for
sure.
that. For 24 hours.
Just, yeah, for the weekend, and then they're back out. We are in that unfortunate,
Well, the temperatures have taken me by surprise. The Rebels oddly have taken me by surprise. My NCAA bracket is not doing what I thought it would do, but we are very excited for our Rebels. They're preparing for a really big basketball weekend here.
Yes, coming up, let's dance through the weekend. I'll have previews of some of the traveling Rebs and the Rebs that will be hosting here in Oxford. All of this and more after the short break.
The funny thing about Hannah is she never crawled. She skipped it entirely. Went straight to walking and running. She was such an eager little girl. Guess she was always looking for the next amazing thing. I know that Hannah loved every one of you.
Are you looking for more in this world? Are you driven by purpose? Then we are looking for you. The big-hearted, the bold, the change makers. We are the Peace Corps. With volunteers in more than 60 countries, we join hands with communities, live together, work together, transform lives, and serve boldly together. Are you ready to go the distance to make a difference? Then we have a place where you belong. Join us.
Think buying fake products is harmless? Think again. Think fake cosmetics are tested and safe? Think again. Think that medicine you can buy off social media is high quality? Think again. Counterfeits are made in unsafe conditions, potentially using hazardous and even lethal ingredients that could harm you and others. Each year, billions of dollars worth of counterfeit products are sold in the U.S. I smell big crime. Think about it. If you don't know where the products came from, how could you know where the money goes? You're smart. Buy smart. Go for real.
Welcome back, Rebs. I'm Caroline Dardo with Sports Watch. Ole Miss Hoops is tasting sweet success as they head into their prospective Sweet 16 matchups. The men's team is heading to Atlanta to face South Region's second seed, Michigan State, on Friday. Tip-off is set for 6 p.m. streaming from State Farm Arena on CBS. While this is only the second time the two have met, the first time ending in a loss, the Spartans are looking good as they head into their 22nd Sweet 16 in program history, with an overall record of 29-6 this season. The Rebels are confident as they build their legacy, and head coach Chris Beard has guided 4 programs to the big dance during his career. Sean Padula has been on point past the arc this season, making a 3-pointer in 33 of 35 games this season. Not only is Sean a phenomenal shot, but he stands out on defense with teammate Matthew Morrell too. Tune in live for one of 2 Rebels Sweet 16 matchups on CBS. But one is not enough for the Rebels. The women of Ole Miss is making their 50th year theirs. The women dominated in Waco against Ball State and Baylor in quite the nail-biter. That's why I had to get some new ones. The Rebels hit the court tomorrow night in Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena with a tip-off at 9 p.m. Central against number 1 UCLA. The Rebels have made it past the first weekend in over half of their 21 NCAA appearances, making it to 12 Sweet 16s before moving on to 5 Elite 8s. This is Coach Yo's second time leading the Rebels to Sweet 16 in their last 3 appearances. UCLA will be a tough game as the Big Ten newcomer, and this is the first time the Bruins and Rebels have ever faced each other. The Bruins are entering the game with a 32-2 record and Big Ten Conference champs on their laps. Sarah Chinu and Madison Scott were 2 peas in a pod for the Baylor game, and we're looking forward to seeing the duo live again on Friday. Watch the game live Friday at 9 p.m. streaming on ESPN Live from Spokane, Washington. Basketball is not the only sport playing this weekend. The softball team is hosting Missouri this weekend for a series. The women are coming off a hard loss in a series against Kentucky, going 2-1. Going 1-1 into Sunday, the Rebels failed to hold the Wildcats. Heading into the field this weekend, the Rebels are looking to stump the Tigers in this SEC matchup. Saturday, a special game, that is the All for Alex as the team encourages fans to wear teal, and Sunday is the First Responders Appreciation Day, where they will also be having a clear bag giveaway. Softball plays at 2 p.m. Saturday and Sunday and finishes the series at 6 p.m. on Monday night. Following the newscast, you can head over to Swayze Field and catch the men as they host Florida for a weekend series. After Tuesday night's Memphis takedown, the Rebels now have 4 wins in a row. The Rebels swept Missouri last weekend for their first SEC series sweep since 2022. Ole Miss hit 6 home runs on Saturday's 17-10 win, the first time they have done that since May of 2023. Some fun new statistics for the Rebels as they're now ranked 12th in NCAA and 5th in SEC in slugging percentage at .551. Ole Miss pitching staff is now ranked 6th in the NCAA and 5th in the SEC in strikeouts per 9 innings, owning a 12.1 K9. First pitch is at 7 against the Gators tonight. Friday is set for 6:30 and the finale at 1:30 on Saturday. You can watch live from ESPNU and SEC Network Plus for the remainder of the weekend. That's all I've got for sports. Be sure to follow us on socials and tune into our sports talk show, Rebel Watch, tonight at 6. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love is the majority. Filling up something far more important than any feed. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our every day with understanding, empathy, and compassion, leaving hate to become what it truly is, a whisper.
I'm Woodsy Owl. In order to try and stop pollution, we need more help. So, help Woodsy spread the word. Come on, never be a dirty bird. No matter where you go, you can let some people know to give a hoot, don't pollute. Never be a dirty bird. In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. With all this great weather on campus, you might want to put a little spring in your step.
Exactly, and everyone knows the best way to do that is by creating the perfect spring playlist.
Let's hand it over to entertainment reporter Rosie Matlock to see what our Rebs are listening to on campus.
So what are y'all listening to this spring?
I listen to anything from Tame Impala, basically.
I'm listening to Some Nights by Fun because that's my favorite song. Those are some good pulls. So are there any other fun songs that you like?
I like We Are Young, the
There we
basic
go.
ones.
The bangers, banger after banger.
I'd say anything country, but specifically Ain't Always the Cowboy by John Party.
Okay, that's a unique pool. You don't hear people listening to country in the spring that much. Is that like a year, full year thing for you?
I think so, especially being down south. I'm from the north, so like the southern vibes, I'm just really feeling them. So I'm really into the country music.
So how'd you feel when Morgan Wallen came and canceled? Was that before your time?
Oh, that was before my time, unfortunately. Yes, a lot of random stuff. A lot of reggae.
Okay.
Because we're moving to the beach, so I've just been in the mood for reggae.
Oh, that's awesome.
Big Zach Bryan fan, so Zach Bryan, and I have to rep Nirvana a little bit as well.
Okay, there we go. So the real question is, do you really remember everything?
I do.
Okay.
He Knows by Camila Cabello.
Okay, wait, I don't know that one. Is it new?
From the newest album.
Well, that's all we have for tonight. Tune in tomorrow. I'm Gabe Evans.
And I'm Alexia Anderchek with your latest news. NewsWatch Ole Miss, where we keep it live
and keep it local. Have a good night.